Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the one
Let's.
today where them dancing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got a new dog trailer to pull him on the back of my bike, and I have to get him used to it. So, let's see. Are we live here?
Oh, yeah, we are a minute.
Oh wow, I
Yeah,
see.
we already are in a minute. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see everybody is out. Joey G is out there, 56.
Yep.
Um, so yeah,
Leah, Leah, Priscilla is out there. Scott's out there in Rumble Land. Hello, everyone.
yeah. Hello, 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 everybody. So hey, Buck, how are you doing this evening?
Doing good. I'm recovering from a little bit of a headache, but other than that, had a good day so far. Been a lazy week and tiring week. Kind of didn't really watch any shows really this week. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it was the energy or not, but I just feel like I needed to unwind a little bit and not be in any chats or anything. Just listen for the most part. Sometimes, sometimes I get anxiety. I'm trying to say hello to everyone and keep up with the chat. It's like, oh, let me just sit here and just listen today. So
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. We've got Linda White that's out there. Hey, Linda and Colleen, of course. Uh,
ladies,
yeah,
I don't have
definitely.
my YouTube up, so
So
like,
we're already talking about Thanksgiving coming up. Holy cow! I can't believe it.
yeah. I mean, at least we got Thanksgiving stuff instead of the Christmas. I mean, it was funny at the recovery center they had the Christmas tree out, and I was like, still Thanksgiving. Like we were all they had the it was funny because there was me and two other people. I heard them. They had the Christmas music came on, right? And they're like, "Really? Christmas music? It's not even Thanksgiving yet." Luckily, she changed it, and but they had the Christmas tree up. And then they put the Christmas tree there, right? Didn't plug it in. It's like I don't know. To me, it's funny. I feel like that's home. It's pretty much home to me, right? I go there every day, so I started rearranging everything. I moved the Christmas tree to one end of the room. I plugged it in. We changed the Christmas music, but it's nice. They got every. We were talking about it the other day about how it is kind of a safe place, right, to get in there and just air out your shit, right?
Yeah,
Um, because
air out your dirty laundry.
exactly. I mean, there's a lot of especially nowadays, right? In this day and age. I mean, we had a lot of good things. I mean, us, our group, personally, right? I don't know about you, Janine, but I'm loving all this winning. You know,
Okay. So, like most of you may know, I'm originally from Chicago, and so I'm gonna be a good girl.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I try not to rub it in people's faces, but and I don't. Let's just say I haven't really been besides the one meme that I put out there um, on Facebook. Other than that, it was just you know it was a meme. It was a little Yoda, and it said Trump is still your president. Angry, have a Snickers. That was my only jab. But other than that, I haven't really talked about it. Other than the people that you know are know where it's going on or heads are in the right places. Let's just say.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I was listening to Joe Rogan earlier. I can't remember the guy he was interviewing, but he said every state was red, and it was the inner cities in some of the states that were actually blue. And the guest asked, "How does that happen?" Well, you know, it just does. So
Yeah, let me.
yeah, it's also interesting just to sit back and watch it. And not only that, finally, this is what I said to my husband today. So we were outside at a festival. It was a beautiful day, 85 degrees. There's band music, all kinds of food. drinks, and I got a little bored at one point and opened up my phone and I saw all this stuff and I said, finally, people are going to know I wasn't batshit crazy.
Yeah.
You know, seriously, I actually felt that today, and it felt really good. It really did.
Look at this, right? I mean, I know. Let me turn my light off, right? So this is the country,
Yeah, yeah,
right? And then you got these blue little states
yeah.
that bring up all those numbers for their party, and then you got the rest of the country. It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah, look at
absolutely,
California and the blue. That
yeah,
just blows my mind.
right. It's all the major cities, but for some reason they want us to live by their and this is, but it just goes to show you that the two-party system it needs to go as well.
Yeah.
Um, and unfortunately, we do have the independent party, but they're still like down the totem pole. They don't get anything, you know.
Yeah. So there it was out on X today. If I could find it, I'll bring it up here. So there was a video out there that was taken in 1972 from a Hopi Indian. I think he might have been the chief, but he's telling the story. Let me check to see if I have this. But anyways, he's basically, and it's a good one. And I found it on YouTube. I found the full blown interview where this chief was warning us. So he's basically being told by an elder this story, and you know, he's got two of these other Indians holding up this it's a story, right? Just all symbols. And at one part, it's probably into 20 minutes into it, he says, you know, he's talking about they're poisoning the water, there's stuff in the skies. They didn't understand what airplanes were. They didn't understand cell phones. They kind of saw cell phones in their visions as spiders, but everyone was connected to it. 20
Yeah.
minutes into it, he says, but there's going to be another nation that's going to come in. But this nation he says, all I'm seeing is a red hat. 1972. He says, I don't know what nation this is, but they're wearing red hats. And I think he said also red clothes. Yeah, without a doubt. And so I'm like, I got it
Great again.
here. I've got it. I got it right here. Let me play this. This is awesome. Everybody needs to go out on YouTube and listen to this. I told my husband this today too. Let me just get past this commercial here. Let's turn this off. It was pretty cool. So, you know, and of course I made a comment on there, and then they talked about inventions were going to be done. So my thought was, okay, Trump was the red hat, and then the invention was Elon Musk. Back in 72, I thought this was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, or you can even look at it this way. He said red hat, right, and invention, right, and we all know whose uncle happened to be an MIT professor who happened to get Nikola Tesla's information. So, I mean, I don't know. It could be that, right?
It could be, yes, it could be whatever it, but we're still in both of our interpretations are still kind of similar, if you will. Let's see if I can play this here. So this is Hopi prophecy. It's the destruction. Let me just move along here.
There were villages already setting up in northern part of what is now called.
I'm just going to go right to I think it was right about here.
Now our white brothers has come and is about to lead us into that way. So we are now coming back to our white brothers with this message, this knowledge, because we are facing this last day of purification day. Now our family is able to go on in this land, and this is what happened. And so we know that something has gone wrong, so that all across the land our people are start destroying our native people's land and life and religion. Now it's coming to. So they explained to me, we have a gourd rattle that we still use in our ceremony. and that gold rattle represents the world. And one side, this figure is on the drawing, and another one is on this side. That they are gold rattles. We still use them. The one old man told me, take a look. Many things, and they become powerful, and they also shake us up 2 times. Second time with the help of another. These 2 have shook us up 2 times real hard.
So, any case, I'm just going to let this. I can't find the exact part here, but I'm getting real close to it. He's basically saying, he knows that they poison the water. He's more concerned about them taking the land away from the Indians. But if anybody wants to find this, it's called the Hopi Prophecy: 2 Paths Destruction of Survival. And this is a Hopi spiritual elder of 1972. He does call out the red hat elders that are going to help America put the water back put it back into place. It's just, it blew my mind. And all the time you could probably say, oh, I listen to prophets all day long. This is proof. This is proof in the pudding, Buck.
Yeah, we all know that people have that capability of prophesizing things, and it's been, it's been proven numerous times, right? Kim Clement, this guy. We all have that ability. It's just we forget, we've forgotten by the programs of society, and not only that, but just our parents, right? Because we're getting brought up in what they were taught, right? So it's time for us to break that cycle, and hopefully we all become psychics one day, and practice makes perfect, I guess, right? But yeah, it's been proven numerous times, right? Nostradamus is a famous one. So you do have them out there. And so, yeah, I do believe that it's
Yeah, the thing that I love about the Native Americans and even from the elders, it's a non-religious, where a lot of times these prophets today are coming from a religious, to me, it seems like a religious background. And they are basically, they see things in symbols and stuff like that, but you're right. They practice it. They do it every single day, and they're all seers. And I just hope that this is not a lost tradition. So I just wanted to share that with you, Buck.
No, I think once it's all said and done, a lot of people with the humanitarian projects are going to, that's some people are going to glean towards that, open up a spiritual school, and instead of this religious doctrine that we have, and maybe even turn a college into a spiritual school. And it would be like the Matrix, where they teach these kids how to bend spoons. It's not the spoon that's there is no spoon. Right? I mean, yeah. They show us in movies. They're all documentaries.
Yeah. Joey G56 out there is saying 64% of the natives voted for Trump. What about the Amish? The Amish never voted ever until this election.
I mean, if you just think about it, look at all the numbers. He got Latino men, black men. I mean, pretty much the only thing that he didn't win was the women, and it was all about because they hate Trump, and it was because of the abortion, which it's funny. My 14-year-old daughter knows more about that than anything about. All he did was move it back to the states and allow the states to decide per the Constitution, which these people aren't taught. So you can't really, I mean, you want to blame them, but they don't teach it. But my 14-year-old daughter knows, because you know why? I teach it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There's, I try to have compassion for the other side, but you're right. Where does brainwashing come in? We were told early on, do not listen to the news. And it was almost as like they were telling us to break that MK Ultra. And so I was talking about this on one of my shows. When I start researching astrologers and how all these astrologers are basically we're calling it for Harris to be put in as president, and none of them got it right. It almost seemed like 50-50, right? It's going to be one or the other.
Yeah, it was mostly 50. Now there was a few that I watch a few, right? And some said, but some said her, some said, most of the people that I resonate with said him, but there are a few that said her. And but
well, I ran across this one guy that blew my mind. He basically came out the next day and apologized. Then he came out another time and did another show and just said he was basing it off of mainstream media. And these are channels that are huge channels. So I just happened to jump in the chat and say, all of you guys are following somebody who's MK'd Ultra and his world shattered too. It just all depends on what you were watching and there's not going to be any. I can't believe that how much fear there is out there. So they're afraid of them actually getting an extra $15,000 a year on average in their paycheck. Right? They're afraid of freedom. They're afraid of all this good stuff. I'm not quite sure why a lot of the women are out there are afraid for other women. And I don't know. I think it ties back to mainstream media, what they told them.
It's mainstream media. And to be honest, it's narcissism, right? Because they want to have a priority over their body, but then they want us to take this, and it's just hypocrisy. And it's that goes to show you how the brainwashing is real. And we sit here and we're like, how do because there's still a lot of people that voted the way they voted, and it's just like, yeah, a lot of them, no voter ID, and those are pretty much right. But still, there's still a good portion that are still brainwashed just because it's either that they vote for party or they vote because they don't like the other person instead of, what the policies are. And like he said, the simple question is, are you better off 4 years ago than you are now? Mm-hmm. And that's a simple question. That's just, and it should provide a simple answer.
So, Buck, things are already happening now, though. I mean, everybody who out there follows any type of social media and that mainstream media, even my husband said that he's surprising me. He is really surprising me. The things that is coming out of his mouth, because, I mean, for the longest time, and I don't even know if it's still true, but he thought that was the original Biden out there for the longest time. And, I just, sometimes you got to, pick your battles within the family, and I just don't go there.
Yeah, it's sometimes sometimes it's a battle. You got, like you said, you got to pick your battle. Sometimes the battle is not worth fighting.
Yeah. How do you explain it? That's just it. A lot of times, even us, we have to admit, a lot of us had huge egos because we knew what we thought we knew. We thought we were right, just like the extreme left also believed in what they thought they were right. Well, the reality of all this is that we all are going to have to learn to come together and figure this out, because this is our last chance as a society. This society right now, I feel really strong about that, only because, I continue to, just really believe in humanity, and if I'm seeing such a division, but I think it's going to start to narrow down. I think we're all going to start coming together closer and closer. Yeah, especially in the year 25, 26, I think that we'll look back on the ending of 24 and just go, thank God we got through this.
Yeah, I mean, because remember 4 years ago, oh, we'll never last 4 years. Well, we did, because we could survive another 4 years and a lot longer than that. It's just every day, right, prepares us for the next. Just be prepared for what's could happen, right? Because we do got to be prepared. Like we talked to Joey on the side. It's better to be prepared than not prepared. Because we know they're not going to go out with a fight. We're winning, right? Humanity is winning. It's just it's we're not out of the woods yet, right? We're close. We just gotta finish pushing that ball over the finish line, and like you said, finish it, because we can't let any cockroach leave, because they'll just multiply again.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just taking a look out here. I see, Skippy Jones in 1957. We were all on one planet, Earth, and we all have to get along. And it's just the division didn't happen overnight. We went through a couple of, probably how many administrations, back to the 60s. And So I really do believe. So what I'm actually seeing out there, Buck, the good things are, that we have RFK Jr. I'm so happy about this. He's going to move in. He's going to make America healthy again. We have Elon Musk. I just saw something. He's thinking about bringing all of his new technology to the White House. I don't know if that's a joke, but why not? Why not have that in there? Get rid of all the other technology.
He's already in Texas already. I mean, isn't something supposed to be there? Just rumors, right? That a new White House could be in Texas, but anyway, we all know, like you said, he's got RFK in there. I mean, whether that picture of him is true or not, but I wish I had that body at his age or that body at my age. So yeah, it was funny because I had a bunch of religious people come to my door the other day, and I kind of was red pilling them because they were religious people, right? And they asked me about the Bible and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't read it, but I do believe, I do obviously believe in some of it. We all know that there's books left out of it, so it's an incomplete book to me. So I can't take it word for word, in my opinion. But yeah, I told them about Trump, and I was like, because they were like, you ever think that the humanity will ever come together? And I'm like, yeah, we just voted them in. And I said, he's gonna. I said, what do you think I said he brought in RFK. I said he brought in, what's the other name? I said he's bringing people out of the party, right? Tulsi Gabbard is the name I was looking for, right? And he's bringing all these other people in to have an open conversation on making us better, making us healthier. I said, they've been poisoning us for it. You got RFK in there, he's already, so I think he'll be able to bring us together. And we already know what's going on behind the scenes. We just gotta be ready.
Yeah. So this is from Denise. This is Denise out there that's I can't grab their handle name. It doesn't allow me to do that. So it shows up under mine, but it says, yes, Buck, all governmental offices will be distributed across the country, not centralized anymore. Those on the left are DOGE and Elon, right? And I forgot what the DOGE stands for.
Department. We just talked about it earlier today. Department something.
Government.
Yeah.
This is your test for efficiency. What you listened to today.
I know it's government efficiency. Department of Government Efficiency. I think it's pretty sure that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get rid of the socialism, like the healthcare, like Canada, that's all centralized. We got to decentralize everything. And
I think this is what you're referring to here. I just want to blow this up and show this here. Let's go this way. Buck, is this what you're referring to?
The maker state.
This is Texas. It looks like the outline of the Texas. Proud to build Texas and proud to be an American. So this just popped up on the X. So
we know he moved to his Tesla facility there. So you can easily turn a Tesla facility into anti-gravity facility.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I've did enough research on Tesla. I just love what's coming for us. I kind of, this is just, what do you guys think out there? This is, where's my Buck? Okay, there he is. I want to lose Buck. Mm-hmm. So, this is my theory. Everybody was talking about these med beds and everything like that. I think Elon is working on technology to help us see what's going on inside our body on an individual level. I think that it might just be the technology that's coming for us. I've always sat on a fence about these med beds because there was no details. There was no any information. It's just, I remember, and I won't drop any names, but I remember people coming onto my channel saying, grow an arm back, a leg, and then they said even a new brain, if you needed a brain. I thought, wow, I mean, that's a lot of hopium out there. But now that I know about the robots and what he's doing with the technology, I feel a little bit more like, yeah, I can believe it and go there with Elon.
Yeah, I'm with this new Elon. I but even if it, let's just say, I mean, what's coming around the corner, the technology as far as
Well, he's partnered up with Boeing.
Yeah, they'll be able to tell, just by our energy signature, let's just say, on who's good and who's bad.
Yeah. Oh, I see Loris is out there. She has a wrench and said, please keep this chat friendly and enjoy the show. Hey, Loris, how you doing out there?
Hello, Loris.
Let's see what else we have out here. Yeah, there's just so much. Total victory is all that I could say. And so we have a lot to look forward to, Buck, a lot in all areas. Now, one of the things that I know that RFK Jr. is going to take a look at the FDA and all the 3-letter agencies out there that have just been putting shit in our food. I heard something today that they could put up to 10,000 different chemicals or processed shit into, I don't know, whatever it is in our country, and they allow it. And you go into another country, they maybe go the highest, I think in England was 400 different shit, right, in the food. Why, and we are the fattest, we are the most unhealthy, we have been their lab rats, seriously. The only thing is, I hope that they move on is doing something with the dog food. A lot of people have been taking it in their own hands, making the dog, our dogs are not, all of our dogs have cancer left and right.
Yep.
It's no different from the people.
Yep. With all between all the bad frequencies they put out, right, and the poisonous with our foods and everything. That's why, like we talked about it previously, but that's why you didn't see any fat people in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
And then they just, for me, I feel like the reason why they poison our food is because they can't take our guns away. So what do you do when you can't take the civilians' guns away? You should make them fat and lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you change their gender, and you put, you pussify them in, and what good is that if you have a gun, if you're pussified? Sorry to say that, but it's just the way it is, right? Because they make us fat, lazy, and complacent to fight.
Well, let me just put this up here. I think Hula Hoop. I'm going to go kidnap Hula Hoop and get her back on here. But this is her message from her down here. It says, yes, we are all being chemically induced with something, right? But Hula Hoop has got some great technology out there, right? And so once we start getting more oxygen into the brain and just all the stuff, the fluoride, there is a chemistry that they have that proven if I put fluoride in their toothpaste and I do this to their water and I do this and then all of a sudden there's this disease called Alzheimer's. There's all the stuff the metal that's affecting our brain. Right. And so we're all learning about that. I know that we already know about it. A lot of people do. But now I want to see them, I think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is already working on it.
Yeah. I feel like they've been, kind of working behind the scenes. At least we hope, right? They've been working behind the scenes.
Yeah. So this is like we're talking about a lot of things at the physical level. What about the spiritual level? Buck, I don't remember where this statement came from out here, but I think this was Hugs. Hugs MB out there said that we are the medbeds. What the other strand of the DNA is turned on. I think we need to turn it on spiritually. We need to get to a level of vibration and frequency to initiate that DNA. So we can get there. If not, the civilization will go away and probably a new one will come in. What do you think, Buck?
Yeah, if we sit back and do nothing, right?
If we don't sit there and help our brothers and sisters, right? There's only so much that we can do. There's going to be a lot of them out there that are always going to be like still stuck in the the mind frame or whatever mind frame it might be. It doesn't matter. We first of all stop judging. And it's really hard to do that, especially when you're out on X and you see all this stuff, everyone crying. They're all the late night TV people are making fun of Kimmel and all these other people, and we're not in that space yet, but we got to get in that space really soon. We got to come together, whether you want to call it praying, meditation, whatever it is. Buck, when you do these shows, and I mean, are you guys talking about a lot of this stuff with, Jason Q, where you're all just trying to come together in because we are all one, and if people think that we're not, I have an aspect of myself that connects to Buck on some level that I cannot see, but I truly understand it on a spiritual level.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all connected. We're all one. That's why everything's frequency and vibration, right? That's why, like,
Oh, I think I lost Buck here. Any case, I'm waiting for Buck to come back here. It looks like he's got a little bit of a internet problem going on there. But Linda White is saying, how are they going to change all the food so that we can quit buying the bad food? They actually I think they've already started. If you go in, and everyone was talking about these food processing plants that were on fire. Buck, I don't know if you can hear me. Maybe go out and come back in. Try that. I can try to kick you out to make. There you are.
I got full bars, right? Everything's fine, and all of a sudden, so I don't know. My Wi-Fi thing is right behind me. It's green. So yeah, I don't know where we went.
I'm losing you again. Could be on my side. Let me close out a couple of things here. Yeah, Buck, we lost you again. Let's see what we got here. Let's hide this one here. Okay, Buck. Maybe you should just go back out and come back in just to clear the buffer or whatever it might take. Yeah, Buck, people are there. You are. I see you. Let me remove you from here, Buck. I'm going to kick you from the studio, and then bring him in again. There you are. Hello.
I'm using my phone because apparently, for some reason, my laptop got full bars, but it's kicking me out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why that's happening, but it's happening.
Well, good thinking about the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. So there's a lot of good things in it for me. I feel very optimistic. I'm really looking forward to it. I've mentioned this many, many times. I know that I'm coming back to help humanity. I know that for a fact. And I don't know why I know it, but I just do. I don't think I'm done. A lot of people say, I'm not coming back to this. I want to help humanity. I want to continue on, and we'll just see what this next 4 years bring for all of us, right? Are you moving around, Buck?
Yeah, I wanted to shut the fan off because that's gonna sit in there and annoy me and make me, crazy because I am like that. Yeah, we're in for a bumpy ride, but I think we can still make the most of it, make it a positive one, and we could still I still believe we can manifest our destiny, and we can make it what we want to make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I know this, Denise? Yes,
you do.
Okay. I love what she's saying out here. Denise, just you keep up whatever it is that you're doing. Your vibration is very high and beautiful. And that's what I love about this community, especially out on Rumble here. YouTube is a little quiet right now. And, this is what it is all about. I try to watch my thoughts as much as possible. Judgment is a really tough one for all of us right now. And I think it's always has been, but that's just part of the division. So,
we're kind of our own worst critic, at least I am,
So speaking of Joey G17, he'll be here tomorrow night, Sunday night. Right now it's tentative for 7 p.m. Central Time until Joey tells me a good time. But yeah, so Joey G17 has a statement out here. It says Christ lives in everyone. We are not waiting for Jesus. My theory is once we get that spiritual awakening, we're all going to accede to the superhuman powers. So yeah, now that we know what we know, there's no turning back. There really isn't. Whether you're religious, just spiritual, whether it doesn't matter what's your whatever it is. Whatever it is that you are doing. What are you doing, Buck?
I'm sorry. The light. I'm like really like bothered by that light was like shine. Maybe I should put it back on and maybe look like an angel.
Can you just turn off the fan and leave the light on? I'm just gonna remove him for a minute while he gets situated. So here he is. He's back.
All right, now I'm gonna leave that light on to make me look like an angel. Okay.
Yeah, it is. You've got a glow. You got a glow above your head. You really do.
I got the glow, like Bruce Lee.
Okay, we have.
All right. So anyway,
Beetle Bum is out there. Says, "What community is this? This live came up on my YouTube. Recommended. Woo woo! This is turn.
Hey, Beetle Bum.
Go ahead.
Nope, I was just saying hello to Beetle Bum.
Beetlejuice.
I mean, I do like the word bum.
All right, let's see here. Let me get this off of here so that people know who you are. Do you got your name in there?
Me? I don't know. Probably not. I'm not on YouTube right now because I'm using my phone for the stream. So
yeah.
You still there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I was just reading. I'm just reading what's going on. So I think Joey has got some comments. I don't know what Joey's going to talk about. So I thought usually they're together here on the show. We're going to try to split up. Buck still does Saturday Night Live, and Joey's going to be doing Sundays. But Joey is going to have a whole different perspective, of what's going on out there. A lot of people are waiting for the other shoe to fall. I'm not in that space anymore. I'm in the space of the energies that I'm holding is okay. I want progress. I want to start moving forward. And if anything does happen that we slip and have to take 10 steps back, then so be it. I'll be right along with all that. But Joey is going to talk about a lot of stuff like that tomorrow with his research that he has done from the election. Buck, are you frozen again? Oh my goodness. Yes, he is. Let's see. Scott Pace is out there and he said, "Hey, Scott, how are you doing?" It says, "Rumble chat locked me out, so I am here. I am." You know what? I hear a lot of people talk about that, that people are getting kicked off for Rumble, and I don't understand why that is. Why they're censoring out there. But welcome, Scott. Glad that you're here. Linda says it looks like you're having a seance. Woo!
I should be because apparently I'm getting some voodoo attack action or something, and I don't know what it is because it's been fine. Like I don't know. I really don't know. I know I rebooted my router yesterday, or was it this morning? I think it was this morning. But for some reason, odd reason.
Let's see what we have here. Well, we have a lot of people out on Rumble here. In Beetlebum 262 says, "What are your thoughts on the election results?" We are all Trumpers here. Yeah, loving it. Landslide.
We do love it. We do believe that we picked the right person. We know we picked the right person. For me, it was. The party that's all about democracy put in a candidate did not get one vote. So what kind of democracy is that? No matter what part, if you're for the Constitution, then that's what I'm for the Constitution, and I picked the best political candidate. I think I listen. I'm going to admit it. I picked Obama the first time. I thought he was the change because he was a smooth talker, right? He didn't know he talked a good game, but like the rest of them did the same old BS. Went with the system. The only one who bucked the system is the one that was attacked for the last 4 years because he bucked the system. So that's where I lean towards.
Well, all the lies are coming out more and more, and we're all seeing it. And that's a big part there. A lot of people didn't understand, and that's okay. I mean, I feel really good about moving forward with all this. With this, the election is behind us now. I'm just seeing all kinds of good stuff that's happening in New York. They turned off these debit cards for the illegals. That's a big plus there. Interest rates on mortgages. I read two different things in 2 different days. One of them said it came down. Maria Bartiromo, whatever her name is, she basically said it came down 0.25%. Today, I heard that it was up. So, in other words, it's 8% to get a mortgage, and so that's the kind of stuff that people cannot, we can't keep going with that. They're asking $500,000 for an average cost of a house, and at 8%, that's a bunch of bullshit. How much is a loaf of bread, and all that other stuff. It's just crazy. Yep. Nobody can survive. So I want to start seeing that.
Yeah, we're definitely not better 4 years ago now than we were previous 4 years. That's
Yeah, and then also too, there's I'm going to kind of say this honestly. We've got a lot of fires that are going on out in California, and to me, it looks like the Mountain Dew has hit out there again. If you guys know what I'm saying, I've got to be very careful because I am on YouTube. But Mountain Dew looks like they've hit out there, and it did hit a mountain alongside a mountain. And there's a big company, and I think I can't remember the company for the life of me. If anybody out there knows and wants to help me out, Buck, I said it earlier, and I can't remember what it is. But
I think you said Del Monte.
Yes. So all of a sudden, I'm hearing about the elites' mansions are burning. What is going on there? New Jersey has got a huge fire, and
burn the evidence.
Yeah.
Either that or the only way to clean up any any crap is by burning it, right? Because once you burn it, then it can it's like fertilizer, right? When you burn it, and it just refreshes it. Same with water. Water, the only water and fire burns any bacteria and any stuff like that, But we just don't know, right? It's just
I'm going to veto bums the best way that I can out here without getting in trouble. So if you took a look what happened to Maui, Lahaina, if you take a look what happened in California, how things were burnt, that's what I'm referring to is a DEW. And DEW is an acronym. So I'll just leave that at that. If you guys want to look that up, DEW.
I'm sure somebody in the chat will put it in there for.
Yeah, he's asking this out on YouTube. So I'm just trying to keep a really clean channel here. This is my 5th channel.
Yeah, because YouTube don't like truth; they only like a narrative.
Let's see here. Let me put this up here. Is Hugs is saying those towns are in Burlington and Gloucester counties. Lots of corruption out there. So I knew that there was something that was going on. Or they're burning the tunnels or any of the houses that are connected. That possibility. That I wouldn't. Jacob's Day says that. Let me put this one up here. They, like you said, they're burning the evidence, and you can't say anymore how let's see here. We can't say, I guess we're at this point that if people are kind of wondering what about the tunnels and stuff like that, these are more of the people that are just waking up. I'd be glad to explain it. See, Kelly is out there. I'm just going to put this up. This is what she's referencing to DEW, and so on and so forth. So, yeah.
Thanks, Kelly. Because I can't get
Yeah.
on YouTube to post. Yeah, my I gotta use my phone. So anyway.
So so that's what we have here. What else you got going on, Buck?
I don't really have much going on other than the normal routine for me. Just trying to stay positive. Going to my recovery center. Helping people out there. Trying to build bridges, not burn them. And just trying to be that positive influence. That's pretty much all I can. That's what I have control over. So, I just try my best to stay grounded, because the more I worry about stuff that I have no control over, nothing I can do about that, right? So, yeah, I trying to think. Yeah, I'm just staying on that high vibration and staying, that positive influence and manifesting good things in the end, right?
Right. Yeah, and we're going to start seeing a lot more things about. So Tucker Carlson has the border crisis isn't only about immigration; it's about the money. There is a movie that's out. It's called Line in the Sand, exclusively on TCN. But he's got a film out there. I just want to show this quickly. I'm going to turn the sound down on it. I don't have a lot of money to go out there and pay for all these sites that are out there, but let me just play this here with no sound, just so you guys know. Come on, let's go. So this is kind of what they're referencing. This is the film. So this is on TCN, and it's interesting. Buck, how do you feel about this? I'm going to bring you back on here, Buck. How do you? Oops. There he is. How do you feel about all this kind of information? But then you gotta buy a subscription to everything, right? You got a certain app, you want to see something. How do you feel about that they have this? They're pulling everyone away from mainstream media is what they're doing. And the new network. This is the new network, TCN, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, the thing is it's like the whole the problem is they lost their credibility, right? And they had nobody else to blame but themselves. The problem is this. They created the internet and all this other stuff I believe, to track us, but unfortunately they can't think outside of the box, and we're using their system against them, and because they have no not intuition, but they had no creativity, right? So they couldn't see outside the box that we're going to use their system to destroy them. And all these other podcasts, look at Joe Rogan's podcast. I mean, look how many millions of people watch his shows, and that's just on YouTube, not accounting, like you said, the ones that are paid and all the other thing, right? Unfortunately, a lot of the other people don't get the traction, right? Like you and all these other people, JQ and me, not me, they don't get these tractions that they should get. But it is what it is, and all you can do is put the information out there, and hopefully people find it, like Beetlebum, and just think outside the box that there's more to the story than me. We live in that, we want everything black and white, and we don't live in a black and white society. There's going to be gray areas, and sometimes you just got to look outside the scope and see, what the heck's really going on.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, you're talking about Joe Rogan. I mean, yeah, it's unbelievable how many people follow him. I didn't even know. I just started following him the last 2 years, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't really follow him either. Just because I wasn't much in. To be honest, I wasn't much into, you know, all this information. Let's just say,
Yeah,
until, you know, I guess when I started getting clean about 9 years ago, I guess my whole perception on life changed, right? And then you get more involved in I started leaving the 3D matrix and the sports, because I lived and loved sports, playing it and watching it, and now we're just in a different battlefield, right? And we just gotta get the information out there and let's stop relying on the fake news that changed once Obama signed the Smith-Mundt Act into law. And some people, I brought that up to somebody, was like, well, the congressman was the one that brought it. It doesn't matter because they're all just as guilty. He still was the final say and still had to sign it into law, reversing propaganda, which is why Trump calls it fake news, because that's all it is propaganda.
yeah,
So
yeah. A lot of it is just all propaganda. But there's going to be more things that we're going to be starting to see. All these people, that the billionaires, the elites, are going to start seeing more of their rest. I just don't think that they're building these guillotines out in front of the White House to do this. I might be completely wrong and eat crow at a later time. I can't buy that. As much as we love humanity and we all want to see justice, I just don't think that's the way to do it. We'll hear about it in another way. Let's see what else we have out there.
that could be just, it could be just stages that they're building for the news cameras,
Yeah. Yeah, it could be just so much out there. Let's see here. What else? There was something else I was going to mention to you. Wow. It'll come to me again. But so we're coming up on like 52 minutes. I like to stay under the hour for these shows here. Does anybody else want to call in and say anything to Buck? 251-419-9260. I haven't mentioned the number, but it has been on the banner down below there. Does anyone have any comments, questions, or concerns that you want to talk about? How are you feeling? Seriously. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are devastated. Some are very happy. Some are still trying to process all this, what's going on. I'm just very excited about seeing a whole new world, Buck.
So am I, because like I said, this is the best part about the old system crumbling, is it might be hard and scary because nobody likes change, but the best part about it is we get to create it. If it crumbles, we get to decide. At least we should get to decide, and if you don't, then you really should, maybe get a kick in the ass. But we get to decide, and have input on building the new world that we want, not what the controllers, want. That's how I feel.
So this is coming from TC TME. Says, I'm having trust issues. I can't decipher the real good versus the bad players. I think that's all going to be spelled out for everyone moving forward. To me, it's kind of obvious. There's always been those who are just pretending to be good. Yes, definitely. And it depends on what you're referring to until you see the true colors. Yeah. So here's another one that, boy, I'll throw this name out. I don't know, Buck, you may have followed this particular gentleman, Mike Gill. Everybody was like rushing when he first came on board. He was basically saying he was part of this and part of that. And I just think it's people that were feeding off of the frenzy of just information. And I don't trust the guy. I tuned into him a few times just to see what he's all about. And then I back away from it. Right. But those are the kind of trust things. I mean, the bigger picture of like Bill Gates and all that other stuff is obvious to me.
No. Yeah, it's hard in this psychological warfare. It's hard to decipher the good between the good and the bad, right? For me, I try not to get caught up in it. Which ain't easy. Which is why I kind of, for a few years now, I limited my viewership of, I kind of like started out with certain people, right? And then you kind of evolved where it's like, all right, I got what I needed from this person. Now I'm gonna absorb from this person. Okay, what is, so me, I'm more inclined to watch. I really don't watch many people anymore, to be honest. I haven't, I'd still watch, We Not Me and Jack Lander, Screw Big Gov, but I don't really watch the so-called intel people because they don't freaking know. And not only that, and if they did know, they ain't telling us. It's like TCME, like TCTME. I can't even say it. But anyway, like it's more stressful and gives you more anxiety to think about who's good or bad. Just know that good people are working behind the scenes. Good is always going to triumph over evil, and the best part about it is, it's God's plan,
Yeah.
and God is perfect. This the thing is, I have more trust in God and the universe, whatever you want to call it, than any human being on this planet. To me, the plan that He created is so perfect for humanity, because people are going to lose their shit when the real truth comes out, which is why it's got to slowly drip. Because they're going to really, when they find out we've been lied to our whole lives, it's not going to, people ain't going to take that lightly, and especially when like we always said, the unify is going to be when they find out about the kids. So it's like, it's, let's just say that's why I lean more towards the mental and spiritual side, because that's where it starts, mental illness, right?
Yeah.
People have guns all the time. It's the mental illness people that are the ones mass murdering people. So for me, preparing myself for what's coming is all about mental. The physical side is there. It's the mental side that I got to get right. So that's why I watch more spiritual people and people that are going to get my mind right than who knows or whose opinion. Because to me, it's all fucking, excuse my language, but all friggin' opinions. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. So why bother with somebody telling me their opinion or what they think is going to happen or what's going to happen? Listen, I got my mind right.
It's got to be backed up by facts
So
and data. Facts and data, it obviously is. It has to be backed up. I just want to let Jacob stay. My phone was put on do not disturb. Sorry, I forgot to take it off. If you want to call back again. And I do that because when people watch my recorded shows and I put my number out there, they call me during the week. So I will let everyone know that I won't answer the phone until next Saturday. So Jacob, give it a shot if you want to call back in. Appreciate it, and I apologize to anybody else. Thank you for letting me know.
I really wanted to get on X because
Yep. Let's
see. Did you see that video on X, Janine?
Hello.
Hello, Janine.
Yes. Hi, Jacob.
Talk to you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You have a question for Buck?
Hey, Jacob.
I've been watching you since 3 channels ago.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you.
Actually, I did not have a question for Buck, but I did call in to comment on the. Is in Ventura? If that's all right.
On Ventura?
Comment on what?
In Ventura, California.
Oh, on California? You're cutting out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
In Ventura, California?
Yes.
Yes. For right now, and I do work for HVAC, and I was doing the fixing house Boulder, Colorado. And Boulder, about 3 years ago, they had massive fires and house foundation. And what I did, I went into a house in the residence, and the guy who owned the house down the street burned down to the foundation. And I think that everyone said that all the houses that burned down to the foundation were connected by tunnels.
I mean, we do know Colorado is
Whole
nothing but
neighborhoods
tunnels, right?
burned down. Individual houses burned down, and that the destruction of the old insane asylum on the hill in Boulder Hill. And I just want to say that I was there when Team Decode started doing all these decodes, and Janine, and Gene, and I had first eyes account that they took down the insane asylum over here. That there's rumors of people who don't know the Patriot movement from Sunday that all the houses that burned down were connected by tunnels.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's good information, Jacob. Now you said you're in Ventura?
That's boots on the ground right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jacob, you live in Ventura?
Same thing about the Ventura fires is that it could possibly be that they lit the tunnels on fire and that the houses that are connected are burning with them.
That I could see that, because somebody, let's just say we do know there's prophets, right? I do watch this one woman who did say that you're going to start seeing houses burn because of the nefarious stuff. And this was on, I know Leah's in the chat. She watches the same female. She reported, what was that? I think it was 2 days ago she said that.
Oh, and you know
So,
what?
yeah, I mean,
how you're saying
yeah.
that you get like more spiritual about it, because everyone's like, you got to do something, right? And I'm like, well, you know what I did? That guy who told me that the houses were connected by tunnels, I gave him Patriot movements to watch. I tell everyone about the silver.
Yeah.
The children are saved, and that be ready, stock up, and that's my part, right? And that's all I can do something. But
Yeah.
I had a question for you. When you're a prisoner, right, and you're bonded and behind bars, do you actually give any assistance to the one who frees you?
You were breaking up a little bit. So, Jacob, you broke up a little bit. I heard when you were in prison behind bars, and then you broke up, so I didn't hear you.
I was saying, they always say you have to do something, and some people be like, what can I do? But, I'm under the impression also that it's free. The gift is free.
Yeah.
Right? And most people who are oppressed have no hand in the actual hand of God. So I really think that no matter who won, Trump or freaking Kamala, it doesn't matter. The same victory is going to happen. So, I mean,
it still comes down to us.
I don't think anyone should feel guilty about not finding the right place and how to be part of the victory here when the gift of freedom is from God and it's free.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we have to have more faith in God than man or President Trump, or he's just, we all know that God uses each one of us, right?
And the children for years and years and years since Phil Schneider broke the news on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
That was 30 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So,
that was during my using days, so I didn't give a crap about anything, except getting high. So it's changed me,
Yeah.
It's just now that we're aware, now that we're aware and everything, that's where we need to step up, right?
And I step up through just dissemination. You know, my kid's not in school yet. I don't go to a board meeting. I just tell everyone. I don't let anyone go past me without knowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're basically what he's saying is he's following his truth. He's speaking his truth. He is his truth. So it resonates with them. And he's basically raising, he's walking around with a higher vibration frequency.
Yep.
Thank you so much
he's
for calling
waking,
in, Jacob.
Thanks, Jacob. Because
Bye-bye.
that's the main thing is you got to make these people aware, because if they're not aware, they're lost, right? So it's up for us to kind of, we can't say I told you so, even though I know we all want to. I want to say I told you, because it was funny. I told my mom who was going to win the World Series and who was going to win the MVP of that World Series. I missed it by one game. I said the Dodgers were going to win in 6, but I didn't call my mom and said, "Mom, I told you so," even though I wanted to. And that's my mom. So let's just say, the way you come out, people is how they're going to respond. So the more you'll come off soft and come off easy, the more they're going to be receptive to accepting that information. Arguing ain't going to help. They'll immediately shut off as soon as you start being demanding. I just know it from experience. You could try coming off of them lightly with not the whole, children thing. But I like to start off with the Constitution. I go to the gym. I got that sauna talk, right? Talk to them about the Constitution and the bar, what the lawyers, the bar exam, all that other. So you got to see where people are at, right? You can't just spew, like Lewis used to say, truth barf on them. So you got to slowly work things in. I find it easier, but you have to make them aware, otherwise they don't understand.
Yeah. Jacob, thank you for sharing that information. And anybody else out there that is boots on the ground, and blessings to you. And anybody else that is like really, that's struggling with something right now, we always want to talk about is, if you need a prayer, if you need just, whatever it might be, at this point in time, we're not here to basically talk about fighting the left, the right, the red pill, the blue pill. We're here to basically come together in a non-religious way, spiritual way, talking about humanity. We've lost our way in humanity. And there's so many different personalities out there. You'll resonate with one of the personalities that are bringing you information. We are at an information overload. So what does that mean? Get out and walk, get outside. I actually, I've got some stuff out there, but I bought a dog trailer for the back of my bike. I'm outside getting the fresh air, getting more of the sun. I'm doing as much as I can. I'm going to the parks, listening to the music. I do it whenever it is possible. And that's all that we have to do is start living, period. Just start living.
Yep. You can get one of my favorite movies is Shawshank Redemption, right? Where he says, "Get busy living or get busy dying." I'm tired of just surviving. So.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what else we have out there. Okay, so and another thing too is that a lot of people are now coming up with new language, new way. I don't consent to this, or whatever it is, whatever terms that you have to say to stay within your own self. We are all learning about our own self right now, Buck. A lot of people don't even know, they don't know themselves.
Listen, I'm still trying to learn myself. I still don't know myself. Even though we think we do, it's like I still in a way don't, but I just try to be better than tomorrow, the next day after that.
Yeah, so this was 5 hours ago oops, I keep getting rid of Buck and I don't know why that's happening. There he is.
That's fine.
No. So this is 5 hours ago. This was taken. Somebody said if you look at it really closely, it looks like a cross.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got
Janine, you're on X, Janine.
y- not tonight. I'm
Yeah.
not, but I do have a channel on X. Yes.
All right, never mind then. I've been trying to log on to my X account because I wanted to play the video of, I don't know if you've seen it, the Robert De Niro video. And the whole Goodfellas scene.
Yeah, this is X. I'm on X here. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. But I wanted, before we jump there, Freeza Girl is saying, just having a tough time giving them love to not hear what I mean and not reacting. Still in my high frequency, walking my boy in the woods and being, you know what? It's okay for all of us to take time to decompress from whatever it is that we need to decompress. I think that we're all going to be going through the ebbs and the flows, a lot of different energies, and it's okay that if you can't, like today, I was out at a park. It was a festival for beer brats and something else, bands that were out there today. I felt really good in the energies of the people. I just think that when you could do that for a few hours and then go and then just kind of process information. We're now taking time to learn listen to your body. Listen to what your body is telling you. Start focusing it that way so you can feel really good. And don't feel bad that you're not being something for somebody else, because that's just a bunch of, that's just that was part of the MK Ultra bullshit. Of course we're going to have compassion for others. Of course we're going to have kindness in our heart for others. It doesn't mean that we can agree to disagree, but you walk away always blessing that other person. I can't say it any other way. Are you still there, Buck? Did I lose you? I think he wanted me to find the Robert De Niro video.
I was gonna try to send it to you, but since I'm on my phone, I keep freezing up. So I'll just.
Yeah.
It was the whole him and the Goodfellas thing.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can find what word would I have to use to search? His name or?
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna be unfrozen, but actually, it was like one of my friends, Wins the Patriot, posted it, but it's on my page.
Oh, what's the name of your X account?
It's Buckshot 24, but underscore between the K and the S. So Buck_shot 24.
Got it.
And let me see what time I posted it. I posted it today at 1 day ago. It's under the Mayorkas picture.
Here you are. Okay. Well, you got a lot of fun stuff out there.
Yeah, I gotta post some decent stuff on there. I mean, there's my thing.
This one right here?
That's actually Curtis's stuff.
Oh.
But there should be one.
I love these Etch a Sketches. What time did you say you posted this? This is going back to September 7th. I'm not even following you, huh? And now I am.
Yeah. Hello. That's old stuff that you're looking at. So you got to go to the newer stuff.
Well, I'm at the front of your
page. There you go. That's going to be the newer stuff. Keep going down. Under Mayorkas. Oh, there he is. Kim Clement. We should probably listen to that. But go down. That's me. It's going to be under the Mayorkas picture.
Oh, okay. That ugly guy.
Yeah, that ugly bald dude.
Okay, here he is. This one right here.
Yeah. There you go.
Let me start it over.
One, and we couldn't do nothing about it. And that's it.
Oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of them out there that are crying, and
Yep. Yep.
So-
The zero is hilarious. That's right.
yeah.
Uh,
So if anybody wants to follow Buck, there's his channel. It's Buck_shot24. This is that one interview that I was watching. I can't think of. Oh, Theo Von. That's his name. Interesting guy. I guess he's
the Kim Clement one's a good one. The one up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back up.
Oh, did you see Charlie Flynn retired?
Charlie Flynn.
Mike Flynn's brother.
Oh no.
Mm,
I don't know how you feel about the Flynn, but
I don't trust him. I mean, he could be a listen. Anybody that was working with Aquino, I don't know.
okay. So this one is from 2014. Oops, I killed the sound.
You are in a strong position. I'm just hearing this now. In the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, two shall step down for the embarrassment of what shall take place. For I wish to place in the highest court in the land righteousness, and they shall attempt to put others in to endeavor, to reach their endeavors. But God says, hear me tonight. Hear me today. I have this whole thing planned out according to my will. For it is now time for me to restore the fortunes of Zion. The fortunes to those that had it once, you are going to get it back. This is my promise, says the Lord of hosts. Give him a shout. In court.
Oops. All right. So I was going to give a shout out to my good friend Colleen out there. She's whoops, where's Buck? I keep doing this to Buck. All right, so I'm glad that you guys had a really good pizza. It's called Lou's because it's I can't even say it, but it sounds like I'm saying Illuminati's, but it's not pronounced that way. For some reason, I'm tongue-tied on that pizza. But Colleen, just to let you know, when my husband went back home, he did bring us back Portillo's Italian beef, and I'm enjoying that right now. So it's always good to have some food from back home. And Buck, we're going to end the show on talking about food.
Yeah, speaking of food, it's funny we're talking about pizza. I just spent like $50 on one large pie and a stromboli.
$50 for just a pie, nothing else?
Yeah, for a pie. Of course, she wanted mushrooms, olives, and Italian sausage large pie with a sausage stromboli, which was about yay big. $50. I was like, oh my god. They ship their stuff from New York, so it is really good pizza. But man, $50 does hurt.
Yeah. So we were at this Heritage Park here in where I live, and they, like I said, they had this festival going on, beer brats and bands or whatever. And so everything, you got to pretty much pay for cash for everything on these things down here. So yep. I had a $50 bill, and I give it to my husband. And I'm one of these, I just said, okay, I didn't know what I wanted. I'm not real big on eating the hamburgers and stuff. I go, just grab me a corn dog or something, something little like that. Haven't had one in 10 years. He comes back with a cheeseburger that was $12 for him and a corn dog, $7 for a freaking corn dog, even though they make them like extra long or whatever. But I was just like, oh my God, are you kidding me? What they do is they raise the prices on the food, and then they'll say, all beer and wine by a little cup was like $5. That's how they get you in there. $50 was gone. It was gone.
And then when you drink, you get hungry, so you want to eat more.
Yeah. Yeah, who do we have out here? Kelly, yes, Illuminati's pizza. I love it. But you know what? I don't order it because I'll ship it to you. Out of Chicago, it's a franchise out of Chicago, a family-owned, a good Italian restaurant. But they actually make their Chicago style deep dish pizzas. The whole top of it, if you order sausage, it's just covered with sausage. It's like
Mm.
it's just a layer of sausage on. I've never seen anything like it, but it's really good. Crust is really good. We tried to duplicate it. We can't do it.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. But now they will they freeze the shit and ship it to you, right?
Mhm.
So you go in there and you get this nice big pizza pie. When they come to us, they're like this big. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's like $50.
Crazy. The almond Lego goes soon for pizza.
Yeah. Kelly lived in Chicago. I wonder how Chicago is doing. I'd love to see a map on Chicago. I think it was all blue, right? I don't know, Buck. Do you have any? They show them state by state out there.
Yeah, well, that map that I showed earlier, I posted it on my X as well, I think, but I don't know where exactly it is. But yeah, it's all the cities that are blue. Everywhere else is red.
Moonscott is asking if we already played Trump's 3-minute speech outlining the 10 principles to be addressed. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know if I posted it, and because I'm on my phone, it's like I have a hard time searching for it too. So I don't know
Yeah.
exactly where it would be.
Yeah, if anybody has any links out there,
Post it in.
yeah, this is the only map that I actually have. And if you take a look at it, I'm talking about, like what I'm trying to see with Chicago is, it sure looks like, so up in Chicago, this area up here near the lakes up there, that is Cook County. That is all blue. I lived on the outskirts of that up there. I was pretty much close to Wisconsin. I was probably an hour from Wisconsin. But yeah, you can see this is a great map to show you. Every state is red. It's the cities within the states that went blue.
Yep. Well, what do you think of Miami-Dade going red? I mean, Cubans know communism when they see it, and for Miami-Dade to go red should tell all of America what really is behind the Harris Walz fiasco. Because they've been through it and lived through it, so they know. And for them to go red told me all I need to know about the other side.
Yeah. Somebody is calling De Niro DeZero.
Yeah, I still.
I'm just going
Pretty
through
much.
the chat out here on Rumble.
I just can't wait for him to get what he deserves coming.
Oh,
I mean, I hate to see ill will on some people, but there's certain people that do need, to just go away.
Yeah, they are going to go away. Those are the houses that are burning. I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, 'cause I don't know if I have that Trump video on there or not, but
yeah, this person here too, whether it's a male,
that dude.
yeah, that dude. Oh,
Yeah.
her vibration is at the same level of Hillary, and it just makes me sick. It makes me sick.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are going to be surprised. The ones what they're going to hear about Hollywood. They're all going to be
all the heroes, right?
Yeah. So they're talking about Tom Hanks again, and Tom Hanks was the first one that everyone called out. Remember that book?
Yep.
People don't even know about Tom Hanks.
None. Nope. People are oblivious.
So George Clooney decided to take a step back from politics following the election results. This is another
pedo.
Yep. This is saying this is not divided. And I think this is the same map that you were talking about that you had on there from Insurrection.
Pretty much. Yep. Just a little different.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that the age my friend sent me a percentage wise of who voted for who, right? The
No.
age, like Gen Z and okay, I got to pull it up on my text messages
Yeah, yeah.
because I didn't post it. But easy if I can find it here.
Yeah, there was actually threats against Letitia, and I don't want to really go into too much of that, but they basically the governmental people in the Trump.
Yeah, I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
repost it. But I just reposted it. But it says here that in the age brackets from the 18 to 29 age limit, 55 for Harris, 42 for Trump. 30 to 44 age, 51 for Harris, 46 for Trump. 45 to 64, 45% Harris, 53% Trump. And the 65 and older was 50 Harris and 49 Trump.
Are you still there? I think it's on my end. Buck, did we lose you
No,
again?
it was me because I had to go repost it.
Okay.
So you did not hear me what I said?
Yeah, I heard you. Definitely. I
Okay.
hope everybody else
Yep.
did.
So
too.
yeah, so Gen X was the ones that voted for Trump. All the other age brackets were Harris.
Yeah, all these Hollywood people that basically were on Epstein Island were the ones that are speaking out to vote for Harris. That's the best way that you could explain it. And they're all going to Canada, France, somewhere else. They can run, but they can't hide. It's just ridiculous. If they committed crimes against humanity, they'll be taken care of. I have all the faith in the world about all that stuff right now.
Moon said that TCME link posted that link. Was it the Trump link, Moon?
Let me see if I
on
can
Rumble.
I'm not seeing any links out here. Let me go back up a little bit. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah. So this is on a Rumble channel. Is this it, guys? Oops, I got to put it on the screen. Oop. Can you see that? Is that it, Buck?
Yep. Scotty Marr. But I don't know if that's the future's so bright. I know Scott said that yes, he believes so. I guess we could probably end it with this one.
Okay. Let me just see.
Future's so bright. Yeah, we'll end it with Trump, sir.
If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down. That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the right to free speech for all Americans. And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken it away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and silence the American people. They have collaborated to suppress vital information on everything from elections to public health. The censorship cartel must be dismantled and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. And here's my plan. First, within hours of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens. I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis or disinformation. And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified.
This is 15 minutes. I'll just go into, we've already listened to 2 minutes of this book.
Okay, yeah. It's in
Go
the
ahead.
it's in the we could post it in the I could see if I could post it in the chat or
Yeah.
comment section later.
That's good. I didn't hear this. I don't know why I missed
Yeah,
this one.
me neither.
Yeah. Oops. Let's see. Where's that link? I got to go back up in there. Yeah. So thank you, TCTME, for providing this link here. Let me just grab this and I'll throw it out in the chat there. If anybody wants to go back. So it is on, it's Timbuk 3, The Future's So Bright. If anybody wants to go out on Rumble and grab that out there and listen to it. Appreciate it. And so, parting words from you, sir?
For me, it's parting words is just stay positive. Don't get caught up in the bull shiz. Just worry about worry about yourself. Worry about your inner peace. Just be happy. Do what you can. Be prepared. Stay vigilant. Pay attention to your surroundings because we don't know when the bad guys are going to start stirring up. The closer we get to January, we don't know, right? We just got to be prepared. We just pray and hope for the best. Manifest nothing but good energy and good vibrations. But just be prepared and ready because without having a plan, you really don't have anything, right?
Right.
So.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Buck. And thank you, everybody here. Don't forget tomorrow night with Joey G, 17, Sunday night. I think right now we're scheduled 7 o'clock. I'll put that out after we're done with this show out on Rumble so you can subscribe to it and get notified. Joey, just let me know if you're still with us, if that's a good time. Otherwise, I'll just leave it as it is. 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Joey G, 17 is going to voice his opinion and his thoughts on the election and possibly what he might be expecting, what might happen. I'm not going to put my intention and my energies out there. I'm just going to know that, God won this spiritual war. How about that, Buck?
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Love and peace to everybody out there. Thank you so much,
Good night,
Buck.
everyone.
I love you.
Love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow with Joey. Have a good night.
Right. Good night. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.